Seafair this week. Our Boeing Air Show will be happening this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Boeing is one of our Seafair's longest sponsors, been around since 1950. I'd like to thank Boeing for being a sponsor since the very beginning. At the Boeing Air Show this year, we'll have the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. They'll be flying at 3 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In addition, we'll have the U.S. Army Golden Knights. It's the Army's elite parachute team. Will be skydiving from over 12,000 feet over Lake Washington down to Genesee Park. In addition, we'll also have a number of air show performers, such as Brad Worson's Power Addiction Air Shows. They're presented by Safeway Albertsons this year, and they will be offering a winter ride promotion that you'll be able to hear on the radio. Fleet Week.
Eric arranged that flyby for you.
Some of the joys of doing this at an airport. Fleet Week will be starting today, and Admiral Gray will tell us more about that. We'll be joined by two Navy ships, a Coast Guard cutter, as well as some Canadian Maritime Forces ships. They'll be at Pier 66 and 69 all week with tours. The Home Street Bank Cup, it will be happening this weekend with the H1 Unlimited boats. Home Street Bank is our newest title sponsor of this event, and we'd like to thank Home Street Bank for being able to keep this tradition alive. We'll be having 4 classes of boats on the water. The J boats, which are the ones that kids from 9 to 16 race. They go up to 40 miles an hour and be able to have their first racing experience on Lake Washington at Seafair. Graham Trucking Cup is bringing a brand new class of boats to us called the E350s. These are boats that have a V8 racing engine on the back of a race boat. They go up to 115 miles an hour and make a spectacular rooster tail across the lake. We'll also have vintage boats from the 1970s and 80s. These are the style that Chip Hanauer drove way back in the day. He's back to actually drive these boats again for us this weekend, so it should be spectacular to see them on the lake, as well as H1 Unlimited that'll be bringing 9 boats to the pits and to be able to compete. Jimmy Shane, who you'll hear from later this morning, he actually has a chance to be able to clinch the National High Points title here this weekend. On television, we are back on Kong TV this year with from 1 to 5 on Sunday. We'll have Chip Hanauer, Mark Allen, and Paul Sylvie will host the show, as well as a return of Pat O'Day to the broadcast. And last but not least, the Seafair Weekend Festival. We will have hyperlight wakeboarding down on the shore. There'll be food, there'll be music, there'll be a Monster Energy's BMX stunt bikes, a car show on Saturday morning, as well as U.S. Navy's flight simulator. Now that the plane is gone, I'd like to be able to introduce Fontel from Boeing to come up and speak about Boeing in the Air Show.
Thanks, Eric. Good morning, everyone. My name is Fontel Shami. I'm the Business Operations Leader for Manufacturing, Safety, and Quality in Boeing Commercial Airplanes. Truly honored to be part of the Executive Board for Seafair and pleased to be here with all of you today, so thank you so much. As many of you know, we do have tens of thousands of employees that live and work here in Washington State, and we are truly committed to giving back to the communities where our people work and live. Having this partnership and relationship with Seafair, who's been an iconic Seattle institution, is a great example of how we do that. So as Seafair celebrates their 70th birthday this year and this summer, we're truly proud to say we've been a partner with them from the start. Our partnership does cover a lot of ground, so we are the title sponsor of the Boeing Seafair Air Show, which features many Boeing-made airplanes as an example. We have our Blue Angels, who will be out here all 3 days of the festival flying, and they will be on our Boeing-made FAA-18 Hornets. So truly exciting and a highlight moment for all of us there. We also will have our Washington 777 Eco Demonstrator airplane fly over Lake Washington on Sunday. And this is a great way for us to test the technologies, and we are excited that we will be flying on a blend of sustainable and conventional jet fuel. For many years now, we have also featured the Boeing Veterans Engagement Team, and they are the ones that glide the Blue Angel balloon down the streets of Seattle for the Torchlight Parade. And this year we are pleased to sponsor the quality tent presented by Boeing in partnership with U.S. Zone Northwest to give our men and women in uniform a free place up close to watch the hydros and the air show. We are also delighted to once again highlight our partner, First Washington, in our Genesee Park tent. And as always, we're pleased to offer to our Boeing employees, as long as they show up at the gate and show proof of employment, that they can enter in at no charge. We are thrilled to be part of this Seafair tradition and truly looking forward to creating new memories with all of you this Seafair weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Fontel. Let me next introduce Admiral Scott Gray, who will speak to us about the Seafair Navy Fleet Week.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Admiral Scott Gray, Commander, Navy Region Northwest. Navy Region Northwest consists of more than 192,000 sailors, civilians, family members, retirees, and contractors across 11-state area, the bulk of which are all located here in the greater Seattle area. We're happy to be back to Seattle for Fleet Week again this year. It's a wonderful occasion. We always look forward to the opportunity to come and show off our Navy here. You know, the world's rapidly changing, and our nation faces growing challenges from around the world. Your Navy is out there 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, defending our country around the world on every ocean to protect our way of life and to protect the American people and protect the prosperity that we've enjoyed for many decades. This week, some of our sailors will be taking a little time out of their primary mission to come to Seattle and enjoy some time for Fleet Week. It's a great opportunity for the community to see what the Navy has to offer, to meet some of our active duty men and women, and to get a chance to tour an active duty Navy vessel. I want to encourage everybody to come out, come down to the waterfront and see our ships and get to know the men and women of your seagoing services. Now, Eric, thanks for the introduction, and I just want to give some props to everybody who has a hand in pulling Seafair off. It takes a lot of coordination, a lot of planning, a lot of effort, and a lot of dedication. So thank you to the Seattle Seafair organization, the City of Seattle, the Port of Seattle, and all of our community partners who play an intimate role in making this thing what it is, and the success that it always is. Two Navy ships will be participating in this year's Fleet Week. Those ships are the guided missile cruiser USS Mobile Bay and the guided missile destroyer USS Spruance. The ships will be open for tours on Pier 66 daily, although the times will vary, so pay attention. Tuesday, tour times are 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Wednesday, tour times 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., so we'll go well into the evening. On Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., and then on Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Please visit the Navy Region Northwest Facebook page for times and all the details. And I'd also like to make a few points about the tours. Waiting times at the entry points are going to close 1 hour prior to the end of those tour times. So that'll make sure we give everybody a chance who's standing in line to get them through and conduct a tour of the ship. We're very excited to show off our ships, and we want it to be a safe and secure environment. A couple of things. Everybody who wants to go on board will need to bring a government-issued ID, and we ask everyone to wear flat, closed-toed shoes just for your own safety. Visitors will pass through airport-style security screening and are subject to search, so if you will bring as few items as possible, it will speed up the process to make sure we can give everybody who would like to tour a ship a chance to do so. Also, don't bring any of the following items. No weapons of any type, no defensive chemicals or sprays, no fireworks or flammable liquids or anything that could explode, no drugs or drug paraphernalia by federal standards, any backpacks or large bags, please don't bring those, no strollers or drones. Now, in relation to drones, general photography will be allowed in and around the ship or around the ships, but please do not bring drones. There is a no drone zone within 3,000 feet laterally or 1,000 feet vertically, which will be enforced. Your Navy is very excited to be here and to be part of Fleet Week. Every year, our sailors look forward to coming, and thanks to Eric for arranging this absolutely gorgeous weather this year. You get credit for that as the president, right? So, you know, we could not accomplish our mission as the United States Navy without the tremendous support of our communities. We have absolutely critical tasks that we have to accomplish both here at home to ensure that when we go forward into harm's way, we're ready and our folks have the best chance to be victorious and to come back to their loved ones. So I want to thank the patriotic and very supportive people of the state of Washington for all they do on a daily basis to support our men and women in uniform. On behalf of all those men and women in uniform, I hope to see you all out at Fleet Week throughout the week and help us celebrate this great occasion of Seattle Fleet Week and our wonderful men and women in uniform. Thank you.
Thank you, Admiral. Next, I would like to invite Michael from Home Street Bank. There he is. Hi, Michael. He's our newest sponsor of Seafair, and we thank you again for your commitment and coming on board with us.
Thank you, Eric. We're very excited to be the presenting sponsor of the Seafair Cup this year. I first wanted to say thank you for all the work that you guys have done for you and your team to this point, as well as coming into this weekend. I know that it's a lot of work, but it's even more work to bring on a presenting sponsor, so I very much appreciate that. As a almost 100-year-old West Coast community bank based in Seattle, we are thrilled to be the presenting sponsor of the Seafair Cup this weekend. This partnership, we feel, is a very natural fit for us. Seafair and Home Street both have a commitment to bringing Pacific Northwest communities together. We, Home Street, have a heritage of giving back to the community through contributions as well as volunteer service for a community group, so it's a natural fit. As the title sponsor of Seafair's signature hydroplane races, we're anxiously awaiting the return of a fan favorite, the Miss Home Street, the only community-owned unlimited hydroplane in the world. We'll get to hear from Jimmy in a couple minutes here. We're especially excited for this weekend because we are inviting both our employees as well as our customers to enjoy Seafair for free. So we're very excited to offer that to both of those groups. Together with Seafair, we join the entire community in celebrating the kickoff of Fleet Week and Seafair Weekend. So I'd like to introduce Jimmy Shane up to the stage. Jimmy is a good friend. He is the driver of the Miss Home Street, and he is also a 5-time national champion. He is a 2-time Seafair champion. He is an engineer and a manager at Blue Origin, and he's also a resident of the Puget Sound community. Please give it up for Jimmy Shane.
Howdy. How's it going, guys? So excited to be here for what is now the Home Street Cup at Seafair, and I'm just honored and thrilled to be representing Home Street Bank as their driver of this beautiful blue and white hydroplane that you see next to us here today. We put on an amazing show here at H1, and Home Street's at the top of their game in the sport right now. We've had 3 races so far in this season. Home Street has finished first, and third as of Tri-Cities yesterday. So we all had to boogie back over here to Seattle after the race on Sunday last night. But it's going to be a great week. Home Street Bank is here. They're here to put on a great show, and H1's bringing 9 of the fastest race boats in the world, and you guys are going to be in for a great show all weekend long. So excited to partner up with Seafair. So excited to see the Blue Angels again here at Seafair, and we can't wait to be out there on the water doing 200 miles an hour in front of all you guys. So bring your families down to Genesee Park and cheer on the blue and white Home Street boat. So thank you so much, and I would like to now introduce Ron Perry. He's our Executive Director of H1. He's going to tell you more about H1 and our sport. Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy. All right. Well, obviously, we're excited to be here at the Home Street Bank Cup here in Seattle. We had a great racing last weekend. And certainly, the final was very exciting, except for maybe Jimmy. But that's all right. That's all good. It's all good. And as you may have known, some of the H1 fans are already experiencing some of the upgrades that we're doing to kind of increase the fan engagement that we're doing, especially with live drone shots and things like that, and experimenting with different ways to deliver that to people, not only just here, but all over the world. So be looking forward to some of that. I want to go through a list of some of the teams that are going to be showing up here that you can be excited about seeing. First off, I'm going to go in reverse order. The U-1918, the Oberto Super Salami, driven by Jeff Bernard. And we also have the 440 Bucket List Racing, Dustin Eccles, be looking to join with us this weekend. Also the 99.9 KSW Miss Rock with Brian Perkins. We had the U12 Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly, fresh off his Columbia Cup win yesterday. Then the U11 J&D is presented by Reliable Diamond Tool, Jamie Nelson, they're always in the fight, so that they're exciting to watch. The U7 Spirit of Detroit, Bert Henderson, the U6 Miss Home Street, and over here, current points leader as well. So looking to see actually a really exciting pivotal race this weekend. And then the U1 Delta Real Track, Andrew Tate, and the U98 Graham Trucking American Dream, Corey Peabody. And Corey, why don't you come up and talk to us about last weekend?
Thanks, Ron. I'd like to say thanks to you and your wife. You guys have done an amazing thing with H1 this year. I mean, all of us who are involved in it have really seen what it was and what it is now, and it really stands out. People are excited about H1. We're excited about H1. I'm proud to be a part of it. Thank you, Home Street, for stepping up, taking part of this, and then bringing this boat down, being a title sponsor for this. Boeing, we can't do what we want to do without all those people, including my sponsor, Graham Trucking. We bring 2 boats. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of effort. And it really showed this weekend with Mike Kelly driving the wheels off that boat in that final. I was way in the back, but I was watching directly across the water and screaming and hooting and hollering in my radio that he was doing what he was doing. It was impressive. Jeff drove a heck of a race. Jimmy drove a heck of a race. All those other drivers drove crazy. That water is extremely violent. I don't know if anybody knows what we go through in those cockpits. I mean, that Nate Brown there does. But we get beat up pretty hard, and we love it. So we appreciate what you guys do for us so we can go out and do what we do. Thank you, Graham Trucking. This is his 22nd year as an unlimited sponsor. That's a long time. That's up there with the Obertos, that's a great family. Rob Graham has a great family. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the servicemen and women here and afar. And we look good. We look forward to a great Seafair. So thank you. I'd like to introduce the driver of the 1918, Jeff Bernard.
I'm super excited to be back here. It's been a little while since I got driving unlimited at Seafair. I'm honored to be part of the Miss Madison race team, teammates with Jimmy Shane. Thank you, Home Street, for stepping up and not only sponsoring a boat, but 2 races. So we're really excited to have Oberto back on the boat and back with Miss Madison Racing. When I left Miss Madison Racing in 2015 as Jimmy's radio guy, they were the sponsor, and that was their last year. So to have them back, part of the Miss Madison race team, is awesome, and to be named the driver is a dream come true for me. And it's all because of Larry Oberto, who made this happen. They're pushing their new brand, Super Salami, this weekend. And last weekend we did good. We did everything we wanted to do, and this weekend we're going to turn the wake up a little bit more and hopefully be a little bit more competitive in the final. And we look forward to maybe giving Jimmy some competition for the win on Sunday. Thank you. Back to Eric. Yes.
Hey, thank you so much. And Ron, again, thank you for what you've done for H1 and being able to elevate it. The video that you guys have online and the racing of the camps has been spectacular this year. So thanks again. Good luck to all the drivers. This is it for our press conference this morning. Our speakers will stick around for a few minutes here if you'd like to be able to speak with them. Thank you, everyone, for coming.